Hello everybody, it is Lisa Brown of Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, and I am here tonight on the Craftathon that is hosted by Melanie Ferguson of Southern Crash at Home. I hope everybody is having a good time today. I have seen a lot of pumpkins and not one of them has been the same, and I'm doing a little pumpkin tonight as well. You can look on my page, Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, and you can find this kit on there. Hey Jana. Hey Doreen. Hey Lana. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shelf setter for my daughter, and I'm going to put that on this right here that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and it'll sit like this, and it already has a hanger to it, which is good. I got that on there 40% off yesterday because I completely left what I was going to put it on home and had to make a run to Hobby Lobby. I am here at my daughter's house in Fort Smith. She is in Dallas at a class, and I am keeping care of my grandson, who is excited as I was that he would not go down for his nightly nap or sleep. But what we're going to do is we're going to start painting this really quick. We've only got 20 minutes, and my sister's going to keep time for me. Hey Marquita, hey Charlotte. Hope everybody's doing good. Let me get this out of the way right here. I don't want to get this on everything. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to mix up, and I forgot my diaper wipes, a little bit of black and gray. And I'm going to grab my diaper wipes just really quick. I had them for Declan, and I moved them down here. On the end of the table. Sorry about that. You know, you always forget something. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I have a new mic and making sure that everything's good. We've had some problems with our sound here lately. Hey Sheila, hey Shelly. Okay, I'm just mixing up a little bit of black and white, just using what I have on hand. Right there, and it may not be enough, just mix a little bit more. And I'm going to take a diaper wipe. You hear Declan over here laughing. He thinks this Gigi's funny. He's got his two little pups right here. And we're going to make a little bit of a gray stain on this, so it kind of makes it look like an old piece of wood, because we're going to stick a little bit of brown on here in a minute and make this really shine. And if you can see right there, it has the edge lines in it. And that kind of helps you with some detail work. And I like this bottom right here. And I'm really going to give it a good rub because I don't want a really dark coat. I want to be able to see some of that wood coming through right there. And what I do is I have bought a pack of brush markers at Hobby Lobby. And these are from the Paper Studio, and they have a pointed end, and they also have a brush end right here. And I use these a lot and absolutely love them. Hey Stacy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully follow these little etch lines. It's almost like a coloring book when you have these scored lines. Clean my little brush off right here. And just go right in those little lines. And then I'm going to take the brush end and I'm going to color in each little bitty dot that's kind of like a little nail or a rivet that's in this little basket. I hear somebody's throwing all their treats in the floor over here, aren't you, Deck? But you can just take these and just go down and just kind of fill in your little lines just a little bit so that you can see them like I've done right here at the top. And you can fill those in. Hey, Jimmy Lou. Hey, Diane. Hey, Kat Chassida. Anyway, and I just fill those lines in real quick. And that's going to be our very bottom piece. And these have specific sides to them. We're going to set this aside and we're going to let that dry. And then we've got our little pumpkins right here. This is just like a coloring book. It's all edged for you. You can see you've got your leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix some paints. I have my palette right here. of just some fall colors and a kind of a bright blue right there that really looks good when you mix it with a little bit of green. But I'm going to take some of this red and this bright orange and a little bit of that yellow, and I'm just going to start painting on my leaves, just a kind of a fall leaf. And you can see I'm just following those lines, and it's got a really sharp edge right there for that leaf. You can tell what's the leaf and what's the pumpkin. You get a little bit more of that yellow. And that looks like a fall leaf. A little bit of yellow and that orange. I think my favorite leaves are on that one tree, and I never can remember the name of the tree. My sister could tell you. It has the deep purple. It's some kind of a maple, like a Japanese maple or something like that. And I put just a little bit of orange streaks in there, just like that. Now you don't have to get this stencil. You can go buy a Dollar Tree. You can find different things that you can paint and put on these little bitty signs. I need a little bit more red with this one, because just to have anything holiday, you can have this sitting on your mantle. You can hang it on a wall. They have a fireplace here, and I'm going to set it up there. You put a little bit of yellow in that. I got this one a little redder than I wanted, so let's bring in a little bit of yellow, kind of make that some orange places right there. Just like that, and we have that other little leaf put in. And I'm not putting in any green, because in the fall, the only green you're going to see really is a little bit of cedar. And these aren't cedar. Just like that. There's our two little leaves. I'm going to give this a quick dry, because with fall colors, if you don't dry in between your coats, it's going to look really brown and muddy, like a dead leaf. Yes, this is our cutout. We have this on our website. I'll go back in and I'll put a link in here if anybody's interested in buying it. I guess I need to hold this up because I'm on a plastic tablecloth here. Hey Kathy, if you're not following Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, I'd love to have you follow us. We try to go on every night. It's not always possible, but we try our best. Hey Shelly. Hey Mary. I see lots of new names on here. And we're up to 173 people on a Saturday night, no less. Japanese maple, yeah, that's what it is. I love those colored leaves. Declan's over here just mesmerized. He doesn't know what to think about Gigi over here painting while he's having to sit and eat his little snack. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the biggest pumpkin first. And I'm going to take this bright blue, and it is called Caribbean Blue, and it is just an apple barrel paint. I'm going to add in a little bit of this dark green. It's just a true green color. Mix those up just a little bit, because I wanted a little blue, a little green. I don't want it green. I'm just going to mix those up and just let them kind of stay a little bit messy. And I'm going to start out at the very bottom, right on that line, and just take my brush and just go around the edges right there. And my sister's going to give me my time here in just a second, because there's not a clock one here, and I forgot my laptop and I forgot my wristwatch. So when I get down to 5 minutes, she's going to post and let me know how far we've got, because I have one of these already completed that I did today when Declan was taking his nap. And he took a late nap. That's why he's still up. Normally he's in bed by now. Last night I thought, oh good, it's 8 o'clock. He's asleep and I'll make it, but we didn't make it. And I'm going to go right around that stem. And you can use a smaller brush. I'm just going to use the same one right here. And then I'm going to blend my colors up a little bit. See, that looks pretty green, doesn't it? We're going to dry it, and then we're going to come back over with some blue. And hopefully my sister will let me know what time it is and I don't go over. I tell you what, we're going to have some more crafters on here tomorrow, and there's going to be some awesome more projects for you guys to see. Okay, I'm just going back over that. Can you see there with that blue? And I'm just using the same brush I had, because we're going to come back in, we're going to highlight that with some white here in just a second. And even if you go over your lines, you can always go back and put another coat of paint on there. It's not going to hurt anything at all. Okay, right there I've got some blue on there. And I'm going to take a smaller brush here, and I've got some of that white left over here where I was making the gray. And I'm putting just a little bit on my brush. Hey Karen, hey let me see there, Judy. And I'm just going to, whoops, that's a little bit big. And even if I get a little bit too big of a line like that, I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to smear it. If that's a painting term, we're just going to smear it. And just soften the edge just a little bit. Just like that. Oops, I got my camera turned here. Hey Kimberly. Get my white over here. Are you eating your puffs, babe? Declan is Gigi's boy, let me tell you. He is 13 months old. I know there's a line right there. I don't see it, but I know there's one right there. I've got it covered. Yeah. And right there, we've just made some highlights into that one right there. Okay, this next one I want to do a yellow. If somebody can give me the time, I'd appreciate it. We're going to do this center one. No, we're going to do this one over here yellow. Just a bright, well, this is kind of a banana yellow. I had a bright yellow today. Put a little bit of orange in it. Make it kind of a tangerine color. And you can make these pumpkins any color you want. Some people like the traditional, all different shades of orange. I've got this kind of a yellow one that I've put a little bit of this orange in it. And I'm going to come back and I'm just going to make some orange right along those lines, just to start some shading in there. Just like that. 10 tool. Thank you, Robin. Right there. And then I'm going to do this next one. You can see how fast I'm doing this. It's a pretty quick project, honestly. I've already made my bow. I'm going to take this really light, kind of a gray green. It's called patina. And we're going to come in here and do this lighter one. You know, I'm not taking any pains in painting this tonight because, you know, we have a short time to get it done. But I have one completed over here that I worked on today. And you can see the different details that I put in it. But this is going to be cute. By the time I get done, you want some more puffs? Here you go. You know, sometimes you have to do what you've got to do. Jeff had planned on being here to help with Dec, but he's got shingles. Shingles. And Declan just got his first chickenpox shot. And Jeff doesn't need to be around him because if you do that, then it could be harder on Jeff to recover. Okay, I'm just mixing some red and some orange and a little bit of blue over here. A little bit more orange. Let's see what color we come up with. Oh, that's kind of a brown color. We don't want that. We made to come back with this one with some highlights because it's a little dark. We made brown up and didn't even mean to. I'm going to go ahead and leave that brown because I cover up my stem there. We'll take care of that. And while I've got brown on my brush, we'll go ahead and do our stems right here. Just taking my brush and just dabbing some brown, a little bit of green. But see, we made a really ugly brown. That's okay. That'll just be our shadow color. No problem at all. We have 6 minutes. Thank you, Denise. But anyway, I could not ask Jeff to stay here or come down because he's already miserable enough. Hey, Kathy. Okay. Now see, we got that kind of a brownish color there. Let's go ahead and take a clean brush, not muddy it up. And let's get a little bit of yellow here. And we're going to lighten it up just a little bit. And right in there. Then I'm going to take some of this blue. And we're going to put some blue in here. We come around that stem. You go right along my edge there. I got edge up here. And you see how we fixed that? It's got some brown in there, and it's got a little bit of blue, and there's some yellow coming through. You get this little bit of red. It's easy to fix your mistakes when you're painting because you can always just add another layer of paint on it and nobody's going to be the wiser. Right there. We went in and we fixed it. I'm going to go ahead and take this dirty brush that I've got, a little bit of red on it. And I'm going to come and I'm going to highlight just the little areas in this one right here because it almost has a purple look. Yeah, Dick, I hear you. I have a feeling it's going to be a long night. Right there, we just did a little bit in there. I'm going to go ahead and take my white. Yeah. I hear you. Oh, here, you want more? Is that the problem? I'm only giving you 4 at a time. Okay, I have a feeling we're probably getting pretty close to our time here. But you can see right here, we've got this one all painted. We've painted the base right here. These two go together. And it comes with a backboard so that you can make it a little thicker. And it lines perfectly with this little box. And then you have our little basket right here. Isn't that cute? Here is one that I did today, and I haven't glued it together yet, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to use some hot glue tonight to show you how we can glue this with some wood glue is best. But I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on here. And I'm just going to hold all these leaves, and it's going to all hold together. And this is the one I'm going to give to my daughter because I like the way it looks better. This one, I've already did the etch lines in the bottom here. And then I'm going to take our little sign right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put just some dabs because I want to make sure I get some hot glue or some wood glue on this. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to line it up as best I can on this board. Then I did a cute little bow with some ribbon. And we have all this ribbon right here on our online shop. We're just going to take all this ribbon right here. And since this is going to be a shelf setter, I'm just going to set it up here on top. We can let it hang over, or I could even make a smaller bow and put it here on the side. Because when I made this one, I was going to use a bigger surface. So we can cut these down a little bit and stick it on there. Or just set it up here on top and then just, she can set it however she wants it on her mantle. Just like that. So in 20 minutes, we pretty much painted one sign here. It needs some touch up, but it was pretty quick. And right there it is. But I want to go ahead and say thank you to Melanie. I have done these Craftathons and I've missed the last two because of different family matters, and I'm excited to get to be doing these again. And next time I probably won't have my grandson, but I wouldn't have it any other way tonight. But you guys have a great evening, and make sure you stay on. There's still more crafters after me, and make sure that you come back on again tomorrow and watch the rest of the crafters. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.